Hello and welcome to WomenOpreneurs online series. This is Spill That Secret with Time Out with WomenOpreneurs, women who are amazing light for the world. And we are speaking to Ishita Pai Raikar. Thank you so much, Ishita, for joining us today.
Hi, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity to address your audience. Thank you.
Thank you, dear. You're the youngest speaker today on this series. We have run it since last June, and we are so happy to host you in our space. And we're going to have some wonderful time together.
That's great to know. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, and I would like to understand you are currently, just before I talk to you, I would love, you gave me by the way, audience, this show, we bring you amazing ladies out here out in the world to inspire women and humanity as a whole. So who we have in the house today, this amazing lady, I think I'll let her tell you how old she is, and you can let your mind just go on a little bit. She's studying in an international school in Singapore, Dover Court International School. She's the founder. Now, that's a hint for you. GlobeUplift, right? An initiative that aims at bringing youth from all walks of life together in the hope of creating a better future. So she must be a very learned, young lady, probably in her 20s or 30s, right? So this is her own initiative, right? Well, I kind of give it away when I say international school, right? But most importantly, she's given me a 1.5-page profile that if I read it, I think we'll finish the 30 minutes just reading her profile. But I have to tell you, she was awarded the Global Youth Icon 2021 at the She Is Global event organized by Grace Ladies, supported by Go Global Business School. It was an occasion of the International Women's Day, and that's where I met her. And she's got an amazing accolade of achievements and success in her life. I'm so, blessed and honored to have you share your experience with us here, my dear girl, my dear lady.
Thank you so much.
My dear lady. So I would love to ask you, currently where you are staying and where you're originally from and where you are staying, and what do you love about where you stay?
Yeah, sure, definitely. Firstly, thank you so much for the beautiful introduction. I'm really touched by the wonderful comments that you made about me. And yeah, starting with your first question, I am originally from India. My mom's from Mumbai, if you've heard, in Maharashtra, and my dad's from Goa. And yeah, and we shifted to Singapore in 2013. So it's been almost 8 years. And yeah, currently I'm living in Singapore, and yeah, I'm going to Dover International School.
Okay, so what do you like about Singapore? I know people know this, we are Singaporeans, and I'm a Singaporean, but tell us, what do you like about Singapore?
Yeah, certainly. Singapore is a beautiful country, and what I really like mainly about it is the diversity and how it's so multicultural. And coming to Singapore, it was like I came when I was 9, so it was the most like foundational year in my life, and it was like the most period where I really grew a lot. So Singapore has like definitely been able to offer me such wonderful opportunities, expose me to different kinds of nationalities, people, and in general, just being in this like global financial hub where this technology is emerging, everything's just developing. It's just wonderful to be in this atmosphere. And of course, not to mention the great government that we have and how strict and how regulated it is. And even the people, the community, it's so close knit, and just everyone's together, even the different nationalities. I'm also aware about you're fluent in all the 4 languages, and it's just wonderful to like be around such inspiring people in Singapore, and just everyone's really multicultural, aware about diversity. And yeah, that's my favorite things about Singapore.
Fantastic. We just love it. It's always like to hear people telling so good things about you. It kind of feeds your ego and makes you feel a bit good. Well, thank you so much for that, insights about Singapore. We just love it that the younger generation are seeing the value of the country, and especially people who come here and call it your home, and that is really a wonderful experience. By the way, Mumbai, Maharashtra, Goa is not new to me. I travel there almost every other month. We have our shareholders in Bombay. We work with the Bombay Stock Exchange. So I'm always around, the Fort area as well as in Goa. We have our hotel, our partners there as well.
Oh, I
So
see.
so we're kind of like really, knowing each other's culture on how it is fantastic. So let's get into the conversation with you on how did you come about with this Globe Uplift? I'm still figuring out the name, Globe Uplift. And do you want to tell us how old you are or how young you are?
Yeah, I'm 17 years old. I'll be turning 18 in another month or so. So
And
yeah,
you're a founder, and you founder of Globe Uplift. Okay. I love it already. Tell me.
thank you so much. So, since a young age, I've been really passionate about community service. I think it's because of my cultural influences, my parents, and just my school in general. Especially Singapore has been really key in this as well because when I moved to Singapore, in the international schools that I've been to, especially my current international school, Dover Court, I've been
Mhm.
exposed to great opportunities to take part in community service activities. I've also held key positions like the head student, which is like the head girl for like the school, as well as the head of service and community service in our school. So through that, I've been able to conduct different charity events. Like we had clothes drive for the Salvation Army, we had different toiletries drive for charity in Cambodia. We had food drive for a food bank in Singapore. So we had several of these charity events, and I've always been key in leading these initiatives, and I've always loved helping people and bringing the community closer for like a big cause, like a collective kind of growth cause. So as I'll be graduating this year from high school, so I was just wondering how I'm going to like still continue on to this kind of my passion for community service. So I thought of starting like a long-term project. So that's where Globe Uplift came in. I was always passionate about starting something that intertwines all the global issues that we have. So you might be aware, the United Nations has sort of collected these kind of goals together. So the
Yes.
30 sustainable goals, and we aim to achieve it by 2030. But what I believe is we have a lot of talking, we have a lot of discussions, but what we as youth, I believe, really need is actual feasible, practical applications and like actual feasible solutions and discussions within our communities, like social media, especially like Instagram. You may be aware where
Yes.
most youth are like tuned on in these days, even TikTok. And
Yeah.
so I wanted to really attract youth in those kind of areas. And another thing that also added on to starting Globe Uplift and like bringing more awareness was the digital misinformation and miscommunication these days.
Oh
Like
my God.
we see these days there's a lot of miscommunication, and especially during COVID this was much more evident because of misinformation spreading faster than actual truth and what is the actual true news, and just different statistics that we see, we don't really understand the meaning. So what I really wanted to do was create a community where I bring we connect to different youth together to bring up world issues that we face today that are key and matter to us specifically, and what role we can play in solving them.
Wow. And you are not alone. That means you have a couple of people like you
Yeah,
hanging around.
we have currently 65 members in our team and living in different parts of the globe.
And they are all your age or older or younger?
Yeah, so we have ranging from age of 12 to 25. So yeah,
Okay.
most of them are my age.
Right. That is so interesting. And you just said 12. I mean, like, can we gather all of them for an interview?
Yeah, definitely we could try.
I think that's going to be awesome. Like, just have everybody show up. Have anybody done that with you yet?
No, I haven't been able to connect with everybody yet because as you can imagine, managing 65 people is hard, as well as the time
I'm
zone.
coming there. I'm coming there right now, like managing 65 people at the age of 12. Here we are as adults, managing team is already a problem. Right? Business teams already a problem. You're talking about volunteers. I'm waiting to listen. Go on, go on.
So, firstly, like, few of them are like in completely different parts of the globe. Like, few of them are in Canada, few are in US, most of them are in India, and we have like 10 to 15 people in Singapore as well. And usually, not everyone is actively involved in all sorts of projects
Sure,
and like
sure.
posts that we make. So, speaking particularly because of COVID, GlobeUplift is mainly focusing on raising awareness through Instagram. So you can check out our Instagram on @globe.uplift. So
Yes.
that's where, like, all our major posts and all the creating like awareness is at the moment. And as COVID eases, we like plan to have actual events like charity drives or anything like more practical. So it's a bit hard because most of them, a few of them are working as well. So few of them are. We have 3, 4 doctors. We have 2 dentists. Like few are my cousin's friends, and like they've
That's
also joined us.
how can you not inspire cousins and family members doing what you do? I mean, like, and it's Instagram. What else way to go?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Right. Tell us a little bit about the challenges. Did you face? Are you facing any challenges, or have you come across any challenges in doing what you're doing?
Yeah. As we see, like starting any project has like all the challenges and everything that come forward. But then I think as a team, it's good to tackle challenges together. And through that, I was also able to gain a lot of insights from each one of us, like and what how we would approach a team, and in general understand how everyone approaches problems, issues. So initially, before starting, I started in July 2020. So during after starting the project, we sort of promoted it on Instagram, and it was going well until we realized our engagement was really low on Instagram. Even now, it's a bit low, and as most youth, they don't really like much reading. Also, the issue of like our attention span lowering day by day, it was hard for us to really captivate our audience and like engage them in our conversations, because usually such issues that we discuss are really sensitive or at times controversial or at times really serious, and on a platform like Instagram it's sometimes a bit hard to convey that emotion and sort of evoke that feeling. So we were really struggling with actually attracting active Instagram members. And however, we haven't completely solved that issue yet, because on such platforms, it's usually an issue for such kind of initiatives to really grow. But then I have a wonderful team, and they're really helping me and supporting me and starting different Instagram mediums, social media mediums. So we'll also be starting promoting on Facebook, soon even on TikTok, because I feel that's where most of the youth are. So maybe through some engaging content like the text that pops up, maybe we could do something.
Fantastic. And can I share? Can you tell us? So, how are you overcoming this challenge? That you said you're going to promote all this, but do you have any plan for how many people are going to show up? Do you have any idea along that line? And how are you going to be raising funds, or is this like a non-profit? How are you going to do it?
Yeah, so GlobeUplift is a non-profit organization, and as most of us are very young, we don't want to like get much involved into the financial aspect of it. But soon, I think, as we near in the future years and as we grow as a team, I think we would still consider like maybe getting funds for us so that we can like have more events and like do something more feasible. So currently solving the issue. So firstly, the issue is more linked to the followers and our engagement. So I think that won't be completely solved any day, because we might see we're not always satisfied. And I feel the numbers are not everything, because
Mhm.
even if someone has like 5K followers or like 500 followers, it doesn't really show how much impact we have had on our audience, or how much the real impact we're having. So I believe it's just a matter of just waiting, trying our best, and just putting our information forward and just really contributing, because I feel even one person who reads and gains more insights from what we put up, I think that's a really big change. And what we put up is usually solutions to how we can tackle climate change or social problems like mental health and in general. So I think that's more relevant to anybody, but it would be great if it's more collectively spread in our communities.
Can you share with me like one example of a social problem that you have put out there and like you got the most likes or outreach? What would you say? Which one was that?
I think one major one that we had put out is technology and its effect on ourselves and our physical health and everything. I'm also like very passionate about technology, and in university I really wish to pursue artificial intelligence as a career option and study far more ahead in it. So I think our post that we had created on how technology affects our physical selves and how we can actually take care of ourselves, like the eye strain especially and everything linking to like our personal well-being. I think that post went really well, and it was
Viral.
able to connect different people, because I think we all use technology, and especially in these current times we're all just glued to our devices. So I think that one was really relevant.
Right. Very nice. Very nice. Can I just ask you right now, what do you feel the plan is? I mean, moving forward, I know you kind of covered that. So do you see a plan, like how big this is going to go? And you mentioned about UN, Paul, I mean, like the goals of UN. So what will you be doing in that space? Have you planned out anything on that?
Yeah, I have a few ideas, and there's like a vision I have, but then I haven't planned out everything clearly. What I envision, like in a few years' time, I think we'll have a really big community, a sort of big organization, and I think I really wish to start also a YouTube channel where we can actually communicate, have discussions, and everything. Currently, just to mention, we also have these two series, like talk series, similar to yours, which I'm on currently. One of it is Learn at the rate GlobeUplift. It's where we interview different professionals from industries to gain more insights on how their views are linked to social problems and like environment, everything. Whereas we also have our another initiative, Express at the rate Globe Uplift, where we interview young change makers in our society and just to get youth inspired. So possibly in the future, I really wish to gain more insights from my future team members and also have them join us so we can create a big community. And talking about the plan, I also hope that we could get more people together, and that can also like get more awareness.
Wow, wow, wow. This is awesome. I have to like breathe right now, like really calm down, and because my heart is beating so fast, knowing that a young youth like you is going forward with so much of vibrancy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the time for you to be uplifted with the kind of conversation we are having with Ishita, and it's really heartwarming, and to see the kind of growth that is possible if when every youth is taking on the future in their hands. And I think it's really wonderful. Thank you so much for your heart. So now I want to ask you, Ishita, what is your message for women, for the world right now? What is your
Yeah,
advice?
thank you so much. Yeah, my advice, I'm actually like very young to give like a really big message or advice to women and anyone. I think I would just say, if we believe in ourselves and if we go and achieve what we really wish in, I think that can be like really successful for all of us, because we all have our particular goals. We all have things we want to achieve. We have these big dreams. So sometimes we come across obstacles in our journey. We come across pain. We come across all the negativities. So I think that is the point where our true strength is tested. And I believe like throughout my journey of Globe Uplift, I've seen our strength is what got us to really improve in the future, and like our weaknesses at the moment, that's what forms our strength in the future. So I
Wow.
think just believing in ourselves and actually thinking as if pain is the fuel for our journey. So just sort of
Oh my
embrace
God.
the pain and just go forward.
Okay, so did anything go wrong in your birth certificate that you are 70?
Sorry,
How many people have asked you this?
nobody. I am 70. Not many
Okay,
people.
show me IC. Awesome, awesome. Bless you, my lady. So this is really wonderful. We're so inspired, so much, blessings for you to have your vision fulfilled. You can count Go Global Business School in. You can count Aziza in your journey, and we're definitely
Thank
going to
you.
have a coffee together soon and take this forward because I think we have some amazing work to do in Singapore and across the world. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ishita. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. You must not forget to share this video with your friends because this is the time for us to uplift the youth so they can do their upliftment work. So, this is really a viral effect that we can take on and share the inspiration with the world. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. And thank you, Ishita, for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Bye.
and see you all in the next week's session. Bye.